Hey everybody, Adam Goodwin here, running for City Council, and I really do hope to be your representative. I appreciate you all taking the time. It's a lot going on. We're inside of 2 weeks, and it's going to be a rapid fire. There's lots of interesting venues and forums, so you can come and check out what it is we're about. Yesterday, I was walking around, knocking on doors, talking to people, and I ended up down in Waskesiu. And a fella named Tony came to the door, and we talked. We had a few question and answer back and forth, and he asked if he could come along and walk with me for a bit, which I really appreciated because, let's face the facts, it's a little bit boring, and it was a really good opportunity to discuss things with somebody who's clearly intelligent, clearly involved in his community. After, I don't know, maybe half an hour of walking and talking back and forth, Tony distilled it down to what I think is the most important question I've been asked. It's kind of that culmination of every question that everybody's been asking, and he got it into one. And it was very on point. What makes you qualified to govern in a $500 million organization with 100,000 people? That was absolutely spot on, and I appreciate, heart of the matter type questions. Here's my background and why I think I can do this. I had dropped out of high school and was in the trades. I was an iron worker and a carpenter, loved it. We worked hard, built a lot of things. Hunting Hills was one of my first really bigger projects that I worked on. Then though, the company that I was working for had kind of taken some out of town work, and it was back and forth, and this was right about the same time I was starting a family, and my little girl had come along, and I didn't want to miss any of that. That being said, I went and pursued power engineering. So I went back, upgraded my high school, got my advanced diploma, did the night school here at, back then it was at Red Deer College, now Red Deer Polytech, and did evenings, night school, and weekends out at Joffrey with Nova Chemicals. A year later, I was actually fortunate enough to get a job with Nova Chemicals. And at a company like that, you learn not just how to operate, you learn how to be operations. And operations is a bigger picture thing than oftentimes people give it credit for. And what Nova Chemicals would do is, you're functioning here, but we're going to train you for here. You're going to function here, we're going to train you for here. And it was really the beginning of what I consider my continuous education and continuous learning journey. After a few years, the kids are in school, things are different in life, and I started commissioning and starting up multiple projects around Alberta, and I've been involved in the budgets, the planning, and the organization of billions of dollars worth of projects. Continually working up, collecting up more education, getting more experience, and progressively higher levels of leadership and budgetary controls. Fast forward a bunch, I'm now the Vice President of Operations and Projects here at Prime Boilers, a local company that is very community minded and a terrific organization to work for. I have an MBA in energy, oil and gas management. I have a postgraduate in neuroscience. I have a postgraduate in sustainability and energy transitions. And just a couple years ago, I finished governance training through the Institute of Corporate Directors, where I learned where operations starts and stops, governance starts and stops, and how they work. My financial acumen is quite high. I spend a lot of time making sure that no matter what you want to do, you have to be able to afford it. I spend a lot of time leading and mentoring general managers, co-sharing with various vice president levels and all across. The most important moral of all of this is this would be a step up for me. I'm not taking it lightly that this is a $500 million organization with 100,000 people. These are day-to-day lives that matter to people. My last 20 years of development and growth and experience have all been gearing towards a higher level of operations leadership and governance leadership, whether it be in the private sector, in the charity areas, or now, if I can, be in the government area. And I just really hope everybody gets a chance to take a look, review my history, review my education, and my dedication to continuous improvement. And that's what I want to bring and fully represent everybody that I can in the city of Red Deer. It would be very humbling to be chosen. And as I said, I do not take this commitment lightly. This would be a serious step up for myself and I think anybody involved. Thank you very much for your time, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks.